So this is the pound dollar analysis for Monday the 4th of December. Now, let's just have a look what happened to prices and where they possibly might go. So we did come down into this area here. We did have what potentially was a fundamental news catalyst. We posted a series of higher lows which are bullish for price action. We were expecting this 20 period moving average, but as we can see, we've broken the 20 period moving average to the downside. So 20 period moving average was holding. We did have this bullish price action, but we do seem to have found a resistance in around this 35.50. Now, as we have appeared to have found resistance 35.50, the actual level above it that we were looking for were the highs of 2017 so far in around this 36.57. Now, if we do continue to hold this 35.50 and we do have this breakdown, we did gap down earlier on Sunday. We did have a move up to this area of resistance, 34.88. We do appear to be turning around at 34.88. So we're potentially looking for prices to come back down towards that 34.29. If we do hold 34.29, again, we're looking to see our price react to these previous highs around 35.50. If we're able to break that, we're looking to retest the highs of 2017 so far in around 36.57. If we break above 36.57, the actual level that we are looking at, we'll point it out on when we do the analysis on the weekly chart, but above 36.57, we're looking to see how prices be. Where are we currently? Let's bear with me a second. We're at 34.70. We're at 34.70. Yeah, but I can't anticipate prices going much beyond 36.57, to be honest. I would anticipate 36.57 or possibly 137 being far end of the range to the upside, unless we do have a very strong fundamental news catalyst. So if we do break above this 36.57, we're looking to see our price rave around this 137 level. Now to the downside, if we do get a continuation to the downside and we break below this 34.29, we're looking to see our prices react all the way down at the 36.68. So essentially it's 36.70. Down at 36.70, we do have the 200 period moving average marked out here in blue, so that should further add to the confluence, as we might possibly see a bounce all the way up to 34.29, possibly moving all the way up to 34.88. Now, if we're not able to hold 33.68, we're looking for price coming out at 33.50. Below that, we're looking at 33.04. And possibly, if we do successfully navigate all those key levels to the downside, we're looking at the major level in around 32.81. At 32.81, we do have the 400 period moving average marked out here in black, which would further add to the confluence for a possible bounce from 32.81 if we were to retrace all the way down there, for a move all the way up to 33.50, possibly up to 33.70. Those are the levels that we are looking at on the pound against the US dollar. Overall, the trend does appear to be to the upside, even though we have had a pullback more recently. We'll see our price react to key levels beneath where we do see that bounce or we do see that continuation to the downside. Now, let's just have a look at the higher time frames. So if we head over to the monthly chart first, and let's get the scale on here correct. Well, I guess that's not correct, is it? What is going on here? For some reason, my oh, I'm at 12-month. It's essentially a yearly chart. That's not what we need. That's what we need. We need a monthly chart. There we go. So let's grab a pen. So on this monthly chart, you can see here we've come down to this area here in around Brexit, and we've had a trend to the upside. Now, the trend to the upside has been somewhat persistent in 2017 so far. We've got a clear move to the upside. Last month's candle did close bullish, pretty much near its highs. So we do look poised to test the highs of 2017 so far, which are 136.57. Now a break above 136.57. It's not clear here on this monthly chart, but on this monthly chart we'll definitely be looking to see our prices react in around let's bear with me a second here. These lows 38.35, so 38.35 would be the level that we would be looking at here on this monthly chart to see how prices were to react there. slightly 38.35. Just bear with me a second here. Not a huge fan of doing adding levels on a chart while doing analysis, but we'll just mark it on a chart anyway. So overall, here on this monthly chart, again, even though the trend was to the downside, we do seem to be turning a corner here on the pound against the dollar. We are trending to the upside, pretty consistent. Had a few pullbacks along the way, but I think we are actually above the 20 period move. Yes, we are above the 20 period moving average on this monthly chart. So again, we look poised to test the previous highs of 2017 so far. So let's just have a look at the weekly time frame and the daily before wrapping up here. So on this weekly time frame, we can see here we've come down into this area here, and we start post a series of higher lows. Again, a series of higher lows which are bullish for price action. So we've had a series of higher lows. More recently, we have been respecting the 20 period moving average on the weekly time frame. On this weekly time frame, we have been respecting the 20 period moving average marked out here in red. So we do look poised for that upside continuation to test these highs over here to your left, beyond which we're looking for the level in around 38.35 on this weekly chart. Now, if you have a look at this weekly chart, you'll see that 36.57, which was the highs just here that we did see a sell-off from, perfectly corresponds with the low of the Brexit candle over here to your left. So this Brexit week candle to your left, the actual close of that week is actually aligns pretty closely with this high that we have seen a bit of a sell-off from in around a 36.57. The close of the Brexit week candle was in around 36.59, if I do remember correctly. Just bear with me a second here. 36.59, that's correct. 36.59.9, so 36.60 essentially. So we'll see how prices react when we do get up there, whether we do see a double top and a further sell off to retest the lows, or we do break, possibly targeting at 38.35 over the short to medium term. Overall though, as we can see, we're respecting 20 period average. We did have a deeper retracement than we'd like, but we did have a pretty strong move to the upside. So this was a pretty strong extension, so the pullback shouldn't be too surprising after the extension to the upside. So it's just a case of bringing markets back into balance. This move upwards now has been it's been consistent. It has been persistent. As you can see here, we've had 4 consecutive bullish weeks off this level just down here, as well as the 20 period moving average. So 4 consecutive weeks of bullish price action. We'll see how this week ends. We do have a 5th consecutive week of bullish price action, but overall we do look poised for the test of the tops. The previous weeks, the high of 2017 so far. Now, if we just have a look at the daily time frame for wrapping up here. So let's get scale on here, correct? So on this daily time frame, as you can see here, we came down to this area here in around 30.93, around 30.60. We're in a bit of a trading range, as you can see here, but we have gone an extended, gone a very consistent run to the upside. It hasn't been like a breakout, a typical breakout, but we've got a series of bullish candles, the odd bearish candles sprinkled in here and there. But we've had a very strong move to the upside now. As the move has gotten stronger with these larger candles, we've had a pullback there. So we do have to see whether we did overextend, whether we do have a deeper retracement before we get continuation to the upside. But overall, as we can see here, more recently the trend has been to the upside, so we do look poised to test these previous highs over here to your left, after which we'll see how prices react to those levels, if we're going to target levels below, if we do get a negative reaction and a bit of a double top off that 36.57. So that should wrap up the pound dollar analysis. Thanks for watching.